Can you imagine living in a corner of the world where the temperature drops to a bone-chilling -60 degrees? Where boiling water tossed into the air turns into ice before hitting the ground? And where the silence is only broken by the whispers of death? Yet right in the middle of this white, frozen hell, an 80-year-old woman is not only surviving all alone, but is single-handedly fighting a whole pack of nature's most bloodthirsty predators. The wolves, just to save the last support of her family, a herd of Yakutian cattle. This story comes from the remote and frozen forests of Siberia, known as Yakutia, where life means nothing but a battle for survival. A place where sunlight feels like a deception that offers brightness but no heat, surrounded by miles of dense forest covered in a white blanket of snow. And in this desolation stands an old wooden cabin with smoke rising from its chimney, proving that human resilience is stronger than nature's harshness. The old woman living in this hut is no ordinary woman. Wrinkles on her face tell the tale of countless harsh winters she has endured. She steps out wrapped in a heavy fur coat. Every breath she takes forms a cloud of steam that freezes instantly. Yet there is no stumble in her steps but a strange determination, for she knows that if she stops, death will embrace her. Her day begins before the sun rises because she has no time to hide in bed out of fear of the cold. She bears a massive responsibility, and that is her Yakutian cattle. These are no ordinary cows, but the world's rarest breed evolved to survive this extreme cold, possessing thick layers of hair on their bodies just like a polar bear or mammoth. These animals are this old woman's entire universe, her family, and her source of survival. Every morning she wakes up to break thick layers of ice to get water. She hacks at the frozen surface of the lake with an axe, and then carries these heavy blocks of ice back to her cabin to melt them for drinking water and to provide water for her animals, a task that could exhaust even a young wrestler. But this 80-year-old grandmother does it daily as if it were nothing. But today is different. There is a strange scent in the air, a dangerous whisper hidden in the silence of the forest. As she comes out to feed her animals, she feels she is being watched, glowing yellow eyes behind the trees, hungry and bloodthirsty jaws. These are the Siberian gray wolves who travel miles in search of prey. And today their target is this lonely cabin and its cattle. A whole pack of wolves is emerging from the forest, moving towards a hut. Their numbers are high and they are desperate with hunger, which makes them even more dangerous. The old woman senses the restlessness of her animals. The Yakutian bulls and cows also sense the danger and huddle close together, lowering their horns to take a defensive stance. Usually people run for their lives or hide upon seeing wolves. But in this 80-year-old woman's vein, it seems not. Blood but molten iron is flowing. She knows that if she shows fear, these beasts will tear her animals apart, and then it will be her turn. She quickly goes into her cabin and takes down her old rifle from the wall, perhaps a keepsake of her late husband who is no longer in this world. She comes out, her eyes sharp as an eagle. Instead of fearing them, she stares into the eyes of the wolves and challenges them. She knows that wolves play psychological games. If the prey shows weakness, they attack. She fires a shot into the air, the echo which spreads through the entire frozen forest. The wolves, unprepared for this unexpected resistance, flinch for a moment, but the danger has not yet passed. She lights a fire because she knows wild animals fear fire. The flames rising from the bonfire dance in the freezing wind. And this fire is not just light or heat, but a beacon of hope for life. She stays awake all night standing guard, sometimes holding the rifle and sometimes ensuring that the fire doesn't die out. She walks amongst her animals, patting them, comforting them. On one side is a dance of death, and on the other the touch of maternal care. Seeing this scene leaves a person stunned at where such strength comes from in a frail-looking old woman. This strength comes from the soil of Yakutia, from the responsibility she carries on her shoulders. Seeing her courage, the wolves are forced to retreat, realizing that here stands not prey but a hunter who will fight until her last breath. With the first ray of morning light, the wolves vanish into the forest. The danger is averted but not over. She knows they will come again, but she is ready. She returns to her routine, milking the cows, cleaning the manure, clearing snow from a roof so it doesn't collapse under weight. This life seems outwardly very harsh and merciless, but there's a peace in it, a freedom that is lost in the crowds of the city. She lives in harmony with nature. She neither fights nature nor fears it, but respects it. In every frame of the video, you will find a new definition of survival. Life is not just about breathing, but about facing circumstances. She is solitary, but not lonely. Her animals, the snow, these trees, and this winter her companions. Her story teaches us that no matter how old a person is, if they were as young, they can collide with mountains and chase away a pack of wolves. In this frozen wilderness where no modern convenience exists, no electricity, no gas, no internet, this woman lives life on her own terms. She chops wood and stove burns. She breaks ice and gets water. The reward for her struggle is immediate. A connection we modern humans have lost. We are used to getting everything with a push of a button, which is why our immunity and spiritual strength have weakened. But this Yakutian grandmother reminds us that true strength is not in our arms, but in our mind and heart. As the video ends, we see her going back into her cabin. Another day has passed. Another battle won. And this cycle will continue. This is the endless loop of life and death, struggle and peace. If you are also inspired by the courage of this brave woman and this beautiful yet dangerous life in Yakutia, do tell us in the comments what you would have done in her place. And for more such amazing and real life adventure stories, subscribe to our channel right now and hit the bell icon so you never miss an adventure. Because the world is vast and the stories are endless.